Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alvin here. New to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscriber, new subscriber, I welcome you back. And today's video, kind of want to talk about, side hustles, side income, and for any credibility sake, I don't have a full-time job. I'm actually doing a few side hustles. I don't really want to go back to corporate life, full-time work. And these side hustles that I'm doing, technically I'm doing it more so because I enjoy most of them. Not all of them, of course, but most of them. And the fact that remains is there are a few of you that are wondering how to even start a side hustle. Or if you have already started a side hustle, why you can't keep going and do the side hustles. And there's 5 reasons I can think of. I actually did, at least again, a notebook, pretty handy, go and buy one, go and write down your thoughts and everything, your goals and everything. And this is a new one, if you're wondering, because I already ran out the old one already. And the fact remains is these 5 reasons should be relevant to you. Go and ponder about it, go and think about it, go and figure out, your own life, my life. I still am figuring it out. I'm not that I'm really set in stone what I want to do, At 40 years old, I'm still learning. That's the bonus part of it. You still have to learn. You have to try new things and learn. So anyway, the very first reason that I can think of is the why. Why are you even starting the side hustle in the first place? That so many of you that are working full-time job, and then you want to complement that full-time job with another job, another side hustle, another income stream. And you've seen so many of them showing it off. The fact remains is, do you even need to start the side hustle? I'll be very frank with you. If you have a full-time job and your job pays you well and you're living below your means, you don't have lifestyle creep, you don't have you're not spending over your means, you're not going after chasing, keeping up with the Joneses, and you have money and you're investing, your budget, you save and you invest, and then you invest, the simple investment scheme of, just investing into the S&P 500, dollar cost averaging, not picking stocks, all the same rhetorical reasoning of how you invest. You should be good. You don't even need to start the side hustle. So find the why. Why are you even starting it? Because you hate your job? You want to do something else? You have to figure out that part of the equation first before you even look at other ways or streams of income. There are people that already have a very good paying job. Some showing it off that they have 1 year they are earning like 100,000, per year. Then for me, I'm nowhere close that. Again, my side hustles, I'm content with doing it. I don't wish, I know my capability, I don't have the skill set to push to that level, but I know that I'm living below my means, my side hustles are, they are topsy-turvy. That's the thing, they are topsy-turvy as you go along, some have the highs and lows and everything. So you have to find your why. If you're finding a why because you're in debt, you need to pay it off, you need something to put, you're going to put added pressure into just finding a side income, and then you might lose more money down the road. That I've been there, I've done that. The quick rich scheme, it does not work. You have to find the purpose in even doing a side income. I don't know what's going on in your life. Find your why, sit down and then figure that out. If you are not doing well in life because of your finances, figure that a portion of it. Go and figure out why you're spending so much, why you are, in debt, why you are not doing as what, on videos on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok again. I'm telling you right now, I'm on YouTube. I see so many of them, making it. You don't have to make it, you just have to be content with your life. And if you're content with your life, you don't even need to do a side hustle in the first place. But of course, you want to do a side hustle because you want to do more. Then the next point I want to talk about is, do you even have a hobby? Hobby is something that I personally am quite interested in. I'm interested in a lot of things. I'm interested in pop culture. I'm interested in, the ins and outs of, the collecting aspect of, this hobby of mine. I like to game. Much as people tell you that, you're wasting your time gaming, playing. That's not really true. If you have put aside time to game or to play or to do something that is beneficial to your mental being, that is not a distraction. The distraction is something that when you're doing something, you're supposed to do something and you're distracted by another thing. But if you're gaming, you put an hour's worth of gaming or doing some toy collecting, and playing your toys or whatever, that is not a distraction because you've put in time, you've given time on it. And then distraction is something else that's distracting you from gaming. You get what I'm saying? So you coming back to it is, do you even have a hobby? You're looking at finance the wrong way when you have nothing with you for you. You want to build wealth, you want to be rich. Do you even have a hobby? It can be exercising. I've seen people that exercise, be going to the gym, and then they realize that they can go to the gym, they eat, well, and then they do videos about it. This is where I'm getting at. If you're a collector, you're gaming, you can game and then you can create something out of it. My wife, for instance, she can bake. She for all it's worth, she sets aside time to bake. She even knows how to play the harp. Because of the fact that she was in the Chinese orchestra back in the day, when she was very young, she plays the harp of all things, and then plays the guzheng also, the same category of instruments. She plays the instruments basically. And then she also goes for her dance classes, a body jam, on weekends. Something to do with it. You have to have a hobby, and then you will find meaning in life. Before you even start the side hustle, go and do something. You don't just start the side hustle for the sake of doing it. It does not work that way, because from the third thing is the third reason I'm going to go at is you are going to give up sooner rather than later. It's going to happen because you can't find your why. You don't have a hobby, and then you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. And then you feel angry about it. You feel detracted by it because you don't know what's wrong with this side hustle, why you are, it can be drop shipping, it can be selling things, it can be anything. It can be Instagram, I don't know what side hustles are out there. There's a lot, quite frankly. I've seen people, taking care of, the elderlies, they have a passion for taking care of the elderlies. I've seen my colleague who will visit this ama, on the side, and then she's passionately, listening to her, while also earning an income from it. That's the thing. You have to be passionate in doing that thing, and then there will be longevity going forward. For me, I'll be frank with you, one of my side hustle was selling on eBay. I did not sell on eBay for the sake of selling on eBay first. I started buying on eBay because I wanted to buy something from the overseas market that Singapore doesn't have back in the day. Then I know that, my things can go up in value somehow, and then I want to sell. And then you stumble on selling on eBay. And then you sell on eBay, and then you realize that the ins and outs, you might even lose money selling because you have to stumble your way through. It does not mean that you learn and then you don't put forth your work. It's you need to try, hit the wall, bang into the wall, and keep trying until it clicks. eBay selling, I've done it for 20 years. 20 years. The ins and outs, the highs and lows, I've known it all. I've already accustomed to it. It takes time to even sell and earn a profit on eBay, which much as a lot of you may not understand, because I started my YouTube channel on eBay selling. That's the thing. Longevity needs to be there. You need to don't give up. If you know that you can do it, you should not give up on a side hustle. Like for instance, let's say the very base of it is you want to grab delivery. I don't buy Grab. I don't use Grab. I'm very, 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 very happy for those that are doing it, they're side hustling it, or even with a full-time work on it. Go do you. I don't find the worth in it because the risk to reward, the hours spent just to wait for an order to come in does not jive with me. It does not make sense to me because you're spending hours just waiting for the certain period. Then again, there are people that are okay with it because they already been in the game for very long. They know that certain periods of the hour, for certain periods of the day, the night, that people will start spending, they'll start using the Grab, and then they go forth and go and do Grab. Then some places in Singapore, they have the means to earn more rather than their peers. It has to be, you have to be in the game long enough to know what to do with the certain things. Like for me on eBay, I'm doing it, for trading. I'm still learning, but you have to be in it and then you have to learn it. Like YouTube, same thing. YouTube, yes, my videos have been monetized, and I'm still learning as I go along. It's a long game. So if you give it up now, even though you know you can do it, then that's on you. It's not because you blaming it on the platform itself. So you have to give it some time for it. The fourth reason is basically it's not about the money. I've learned it the very hard way actually, that if you're thinking of starting a side hustle because you earn more money, then you're really going it the wrong way. A lot of people that are starting on YouTube, for instance, they started it basing it on the fact that they're not giving value to your own channel. There are certain, key points in my channel, my videos that don't have value. I'll be very fair with you. I know it. I don't know how it will be portrayed, how it will be viewed, on the channel itself. But I post it up anyway because you have to try. That's one thing. And then when it comes to the monetization part of it, if you keep looking at YouTube to earn money on the short term, you're not gonna earn nuts. It's peanuts. It's literally worse than minimum wage when you're doing YouTube. Back in the day when I was doing my eBay tutorials on the YouTube, space where I actually got my subscriber level high enough. My God, I took 10, 15 hours just to edit a video, as I was learning to do it. Takes so goddamn long just to see the few hundred views. It's bad. It gets to you that why are you even doing it? It boils down to the fact that you probably need to do less. I realized that when you are doing less, you actually can reap more benefit. That's where the longevity game comes in. So money, I've lost money on a lot of things. A lot of things. I mean, it's those that actually started on side hustles. You will lose money on it. Like even Grab delivery. I've seen the things that you have to buy to be a Grab, delivery driver or rider. Those outfits, those items aren't cheap in the first place. So to buy into it, you have to pay money and then you have to, you already lose money already, technically speaking. So that's the thing. The buy-in to do certain, things while you want to try the side hustles, you have to be mentally prepared that if you are in it just for the money, it's not going to work. So I put it to you. You have to figure out that it's the long game. The long game does not mean a few months. It take years, in fact. So I would just put it to you that first you need a hobby. You need to find a why that you need to start the side hustle. You best believe that it takes a lot of time. It takes much more than you think it will take. And if you're in it for the money, you're not gonna make it while you're doing your side hustles. The last thing I want to talk about is you're watching too much content about the item that you're the side hustle that you're trying to do. Basically, finance videos. A lot of people will show you the amount that they earn while doing a certain hustle. It could be, again, finance, for instance, a broad base, I'll call it finance. You need to realize that these buggers, these influencers, these content creators have done it and instilled with them so much good habits, so much work done, that they have gone so much to do to reap the benefits of showing you that much in the first place. The fact remains is, like, for instance, Calvin Learns Investing, Josh Tan, Demi Zhuang, for instance, they've created their channel around finance, correct? So if you're thinking of doing YouTube, it's never gonna work if you just go forth and think about the money aspect of it. It's not. They created that they are passionate in doing the things that they're talking about. Like, for instance, Calvin Learns Investing, he finds a lot of deals, a lot of ways to learn how to earn through finance. Josh he's trained in finance. He is imparting his skill set. He's a go-getter, and then he roughly knows that to be in the finance space, to teach people in finance, he has to walk the talk. And then be more mindful with his spending, mindful with his expenditure, mindful with his, with his money and all aspect. And Demi Zhuang, I'm really glad for her, even though she's now she had surgery, for whatever reason. That one, I'm not very sure what happened, but at least I know that she has the finances to back, and, the emergency fund that she has to recuperate, down the line. But she can pinpoint that while she is passionate in her own finance, she's showcasing this thing and being transparent to all of you. And then when the opportunity comes to people, that the companies that come knocking to her door and then wanting to sponsor her, she took the opportunity. That's the thing. It's the opportunity that will arise along the way while you are hustling. Or I don't really call hustling. I really hate the word hustle, actually, quite frankly speaking. But to do this kind of work, you kind of need to hustle a little, But of course, for me, I'm already 40. I don't really like the word hustle. I'm content with doing the work that I have. I will rest when I rest, But of course, in the early days, if you can hustle, go for it. That's up to you, But you are watching too much videos on it. Once you get these people's work ethics, work content and everything, their own, videos that they done, go and find your own. Go and sit down, reflect, and then find your own why, and go forth and do the thing that you need to do, even if you want to do it in the first place. Which comes back with my first thing, whether you want to do a side hustle to begin with. So that will be me talking about side hustles. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.